Hi, it's Malcolm here, and welcome to another TTS video about a new method that one of the members of the Facebook group came up with. A guy named Paul started using TTS, and he decided to use it in a particular way. Now, I say new; it's not totally new, but the way he's doing it and the way he's recording it is really good, and he's letting people see how it's working when he's doing it, and he's been keeping a record of his daily selections and his profit and loss. Now, the idea is here that he's placing a £1 bet on the win market. These are back bets, by the way, on the win market, and a £4 on the place market. So basically a 20% of the stake on the win market and 80% on the place market. And he's had 19 bets up to 19 bets up to the 6 of the 6, and he's done all right. And so I wanted to go over exactly kind of what he's doing and give you some hints and tips that maybe might help if you've got TTS, and how you can do what Paul is doing. So if we come across the TTS, I've used the new version here. There is another version, the older version as well, but I use the new version so we can go through that. But basically what we do is we sort by one of the figures. It's probably better 1, 3 or TP, so how I have here. Now we're looking for runners that are all green across the top on their own, basically. Now you have to be a little bit careful with this, because some races will give you, like this one here, will give you hundreds across the top, but there's no other ratings really in the race. This one's only had one run, and so everything is a bit skew with. So kind of stay away from races where there isn't a lot of information. So where you see hundreds and 200%, you really don't want to go on those races, and you know they're just not giving you the right information. And obviously, you know, when there's 2 or 3 of them, you don't want to be on that race anyway. So we're looking for races where they're all green right across the top, but reasonably good figures as well. So in this one here, it's almost there, but we've got this 0 here and here, so we're not going to use that. So we come down, and our first one, now there can be 1 selection a day, or there can be 3, 4, maybe 5 selections a day. Today is there's a few more than normal. So this is a handicap, and normally it's the handicap races that we'd be looking at more than any others. So this selection here, you could think, oh well, this is the top, but there are other green rated runners here as well. So this isn't really the top green rated, because there are others, and we want ours to stick out on its own. So we come down, and no, that's not green. That one's 100. That one's not green. So as you can see, you don't, you know, sometimes you get them come up straight away. Sometimes you have to wait a little while to get to a race that suits. So there's all zeros there, so that doesn't help in that column. And we get to this one at 15:15. So recall to show. So I actually quite like this selection. The price is a little bit high at 6 AM this morning. It was 11.5, but green across the board. It's actually not a bad distance between its rating and the next rating here. You know, there's like 10, 15. I mean, it's nicer when there's 20 or 30 difference, but that's not too bad. It's definitely a lot of difference between the 1/4 column, and it's green right across the top. The other things about this runner that I quite like is it's got a good dob form, so that means it normally does pretty well in play. It's got good scores all around. It's been tipped, but then every horse in the race has been tipped by somebody, so which actually means it's an open race. So this is pointing to a good selection, and it would be one that I presume Paul would be on as well. So there's your first one. If we come down again, you know, not all greens. That's 200s and 100s. We don't want to be on that one. Not all greens. So coming down, so we've got another one here. This is later at 6:15. My best friend, all greens across the board. Again, It's got a high price of 34, so that might put you off. Paul sometimes trades these as well in play for 25% of his stake. So you back, and hopefully it's gonna drop in price during in play. So you can do it that way. I know other people who actually do trade these as well in play, especially if they got .pl and that kind of thing that shows, you know, they do generally do well in running. So there's another one. That's two. There's a third one here a bit later, 7:15. Auckland Lodge again, 11.5 price again, 1.65. It's another reasonably good selection, I think. 92, 123. It's quite close to the second one, but it might be all right. And there's another one at 1945, 5.5 .pl. I presume this is going to be favourite. Not a bad price for a favourite, but it'll probably be less before the off. But another one that you could possibly go on. And the last one in the last race of the day, although that's probably not, that's got too many greens as well. But yeah, so that kind of, I think that's it. There we go, back up. So yeah, Puckle is one as well. Did I? Yeah, so we did go across Puckle, didn't we? So yeah, so that's basically how you do it. It's just sort. I'll show you in the other software actually. Hold on a second. Okay, so if you wanted to do it in the other software, it's pretty much the same. This is just the other version. Some people like this version, some people like the other version, but exactly the same. We come down and we're looking for all those greens that, you know, we're not talking about hundreds and that. We're talking about ones that, like this one here, Record to Show. I actually do like this runner, and I will probably be on this runner today. And so you just go down and you're looking for these, you know, ones that stick out on their own. You know, bright green with nothing else. I mean, this one down here, you could argue is green as well, but I don't know. I would probably go for it still. Not sure about Paul, but I would definitely go for this one. It's well higher on just about everything. It's just that 21, 25. There is another runner that's reasonably well, but everything else is right down on that particular runner. And this one here. Another one that sticks out as being quite good. Not quite the space that you'd like, as I said, but you know, it does stick out. Another one there. That's another nice one, but that is a favourite. So probably a good favourite to be on. And that last one there. So I hope you enjoyed that video. It's just a quick one to show you how to use TTS. If I'm doing this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel if you like, and give it a thumbs up and press the bell after you subscribe so you can learn of new videos coming out when they come out. Okay, thanks. See you soon. Bye bye.